Bye.
What is up, party people? It's been way too long, so you know what? We're gonna start this off with a little bit of fun. And by fun, I mean let me get the thing up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Where is it?
Huzzah to the tipper!
Huzzah!
Comically large huzzah!
Ground peach. Good time.
And peach moonshine, ready for Dragon Con.
Hey,
I have done all my drinking for like the next 3 years at the ARC protest, so I will not be drinking again.
I heard it was very
out all
sloshy.
the fun stuff.
Oh, it was yeah. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun, but I'm not as young as I used to be. I can't do that often.
I feel like, Lil, this should be it tonight. We should be like shaming or like enticing Dr. Ben with all the stuff we've been doing, and you know.
Oh yes.
So this weekend I still need to book the hotel room for Rocket City and get my flights, but so I gotta do that because I am going. I am going to that. That is
If
over
you don't,
my
I will haunt you.
vacation block. Yeah, no, it's over my vacation block. So like I will be going. I have to because I have to drink the cat poop coffee.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I already committed that. Also, I'm a sponsor of the event, so it's like a lower tier sponsor because I'm donating soap samples, which I need to make soap samples for that. But with that, I have
some more.
Yeah, I've got
I love that soap.
I just ordered some new fragrances to make some Halloween ones. So I got a witch mold, and I gotta decide which fragrance I'm gonna use for it because I got a few fragrances coming in. I got like a caramel apple one, a pumpkin souffle one, and then lavender embers. So I don't know.
I feel like you're missing the obvious.
What?
Witch hazel.
Witch hazel, yeah. See, that could
Yeah.
work. I don't know how good that would smell in the soap, but yeah. So I'm gonna make a whole bunch of samples to bring to Rocket City, and it's gonna be super exciting. So if anyone's going to Rocket City, you'll get a free sample
I
of
might
my
go.
soap. Yeah, I feel like Chad might be there.
I will say, on behalf of someone who goes to a lot of conferences, thank you for bringing something that encourages hygiene. Because, I'm about to go to one of the biggest nerd conventions in the Southeast, and it's a 5-day event. And around day 3.5, I'm just like, my God, I'm just going to bring Febreze and just start spraying it randomly.
see, this is the thing. That like when I was starting to make the Etsy shop and stuff, like there's so many people out there selling soaps, like especially like catered to young moms or like the organic living crowd and all that stuff. And so there's the niche of like the super gourmet soaps, and then there's like this niche that not a lot of people are into, and that's the nerd communities. And Chad, your point speaks exactly to that. It's like, how do we get the nerds to be hygienic? We make dice out of soap, we make cryptids out of soap. It's like, okay, maybe another angle of this is for people to force their partners into bathing. Like, hey, I know you don't use soap, but here's a Sasquatch, can you please bathe?
You know that you want to rub Sasquatch all over your body. Like, it's okay. You can
it's okay.
You can admit that you're into the squatch. Just kind of squelch the squatch all over you.
I need to make some. I'm thinking it'd be funny to make some in the shape of a dick, and to where you can rub it and get soap on your hands. That would be.
And you can sell it as a rocket ship.
You could, yeah, yeah.
There are boobs and ass on the mermaid ones, so
yeah,
I have fun rubbing those boobies.
No, yeah, rub the titties.
I have to.
Honestly,
Ooh,
that soap smells so damn
skull
good.
one.
It's like the best smelling thing in my shower, and I love it.
I'm
And
glad
I'm down
people
to like my
like that
last
one.
little bit of a bar.
I'm glad people like the one. Yeah, the ocean scented one turned out so well.
Oh my god,
and I'm
it's so
hoping
good.
some of these new scents are gonna be good too. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's
I think they're coming
so
in
good.
soon.
I've got the one that I think it's the back shot of one, but the one that's like doesn't reveal anything. I've got that one still because I put it on my background, but the other two are gone. So
yeah, I need to just make like a bulk batch of everything and then just have them at the ready. But yeah, because since I moved, I got like 10 pounds of supplies to make more soap. So because I had run out like before the move, and now I have the space to reaccumulate. But yeah, do you two want to shill your shit real quick? And then I think tonight we'll just be kind of experimenting with this new game idea, maybe even just talking through ideas of the new game.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I'm Lil of All Trades. My channel is Lil of All Trades. I do Politicality on Thursdays and Sundays. I will be on Truth Wanted on the 30th of this month. And me and Seth have stuff coming out off and on over the next couple months. So, oh, and I've also got a crafting stream every Wednesday with no politics for once.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm Chad. I am Arch Radish on all the things, mostly TikTok. Even though I've kind of like not done a live there in a minute, I have been a bit ill, so I'm okay now. NanoCon gave me a little bit of con cred, and it did knock me on my ass because I was just like, whoa, I have not been sick in a while. I forgot what that felt like. But I'm okay now. I will be streaming pretty soon. I have been on a few shows. I was recently on Skeptic Haven twice, once with Helen and once with AJ. Go back and watch those great conversations. Actually, twice with Helen. I was on Freethinker's Fireside too. I am also going to be at Dragon Con in 2 weeks, or less than 2 weeks at this point. That's in Atlanta. And if you think, oh, that's just a nerd convention, no, there will be skepticism, and there will be a lot of it. They have their own track called Skep Track. It's in the Hilton. You can usually find me there. I do know that this year Steve Banachek is going to be there. He was one of the people who helped debunk a lot of the paranormal research in the 70s. And yeah, along with James Randi, I really want to pick his brain about some stuff. So yeah, I'm not going to be presenting anything, but I will be around because that's my home away from home. Also, I'm working on a secret project that will be revealed at a later date, which is why I have a new sound setup and everything. So keep an eye out for that. And we can't hear Dr. Ben.
Oh, I was muted.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're here, you know who I am. But I'm currently doctoring during the day and soon to be doctoring at night. And that's where I've been and why I haven't been here and why I haven't been on any shows, because I've been working 90 hours a week and it sucks. But it's important work. And I mean, people think it's important. Some days I forget how important it is when I'm just like crying in a closet. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. And I am on Talk Heathen this week, finally, because they've been begging me like every month. They're like, okay, what's your availability? I'm like, I have none. And then ask me again. I'm like, I still have none. And yeah, so I promise I have not forgotten about all you beautiful people. I've just not been around ever.
Ben, tell the truth. Have you been shilling vaccines and stuff like that?
I have actually, yes. I've been doing a lot of that. But also there's been some shenanigans, which wasn't a situation I specifically dealt with, but one of my colleagues had somebody who was like, so now you can message your doctor, right, to refill your prescriptions. And so this person like messaged my co-resident about refilling some lidocaine gel, and I mean, people with chronic pain and stuff use lidocaine gel, like that's pretty common. So he refilled it, but it turns out like the person actually admitted to him that he puts the lidocaine gel like into his urethra so that he will stay hard longer. And so now he's not getting refills of that. So
I was about to say this is sounding very painful.
Yeah, so that's a time where it's like, how about just the little blue pill? Could we just try some of that? But yeah. Also, I've been painting, and I made that behind me. I've been making some clouds and stuff. But yeah, the real reason we're here tonight is to, I don't know, shoot the shit and I don't know, have some fun. But I came up with a game.
I made that.
I made
Everyone's
this.
so creative. He made that. She made that. We're all making stuff here.
Well, I'm little of all trades. I'm crafty. It's what I do.
Yeah, and you got a craft stream now, so it only makes sense.
Yeah. With Helen, I made a rug because we need one for our bathroom. We have a vent in our bathroom that is right by the shower.
Oh,
so you step out of the shower and immediately freeze. So I was just like, yeah, that's not going to work. So I put a rug down that I made there, and now I'm working on a blanket. So
that's awesome.
Also, that seems like a cold plunge with more steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fun because like the thing I love about our shower is our shower gets really hot.
Love that.
And I like really hot showers. And you step out and you immediately freeze your ass off because of that fucking vent. So something needed to cover it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was tired of using sweatshirts or whatever the dirty clothes of the day were.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, someone was asking about the lidocaine thing. For people who have brains like me, who immediately had a thought of, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
Don't do
Don't
that.
do that. Also, along that topic, and actually bringing up Dragon Con made me think of this again, unfortunately. But the stupid like AI slop, and I only mention that because Chad, I think you know the
Yeah.
the stories from prior Dragon Cons.
Mhm.
But the I noticed some AI channels that are just AI slop, like there is no human involvement, it is just AI slop, pretending to be doctors and giving health advice, especially to like one of the channels is directed at elderly people who would not be able to tell the difference.
Mhm.
And that channel has like 40,000 subscribers, which isn't a lot for a lot of YouTube, but for a channel that just started and is only AI, that is way too many. So I'm kind of pissed about that. And then of course it's
Yeah.
that channel, and then there's another one that's like the AI person is young, like a younger guy directing information at younger guys, kind of playing on like the men's health thing, and it's just an AI channel, and that's absolutely despicable to me because like at least
Yeah.
like yeah, there are plenty of pseudoscientists on YouTube, but at least with the people who are real people spreading bullshit, like you can fact check them, you can like
Yeah.
go find out what their credentials are, you can share out like yeah, this person's a chiropractor, this person has no degree whatsoever. Like that's pretty easy to do, and those people end up arguing the same way that humans will when they don't know anything about anything. But trying to debunk an AI, like sure, we can debunk the facts, but the problem is the people who believe the AI don't understand the facts to begin with, and so they're not going to be receptive to what you have to say. So it's like having to fight up against that is something we did not need, especially with Maha and everything going on with the CDC right now. We don't need any more of this garbage. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm so done with it.
As a non-professional, I'm just going to say, back in my day, you really had to work to grift people and, sell snake oil. Now it's just all computers, and no, I don't like that. Get off my lawn.
Yeah. But anyway, enough depressing stuff. We're here because I have a game idea, and I've been wanting to play. I'm wanting to do just some debate stuff, like more improv style, because I've been doing more stuff live on TikTok, and Chad's been there, and it's been a blast.
When you can get me to shut up.
Yeah, so no, it does get really fun. But I was like, it'd be fun to do some improv debate, but like where we have ridiculous rules. Also, we got a subscriber on Twitch. It's Progress subscribed again. So we got to do the thing. Hold on, let me get it. I should do one of these shots because I still have half a case left. Which one do we want? Let's do this one. Okay.
Huzzah to the tipper!
Huzzah.
Huzzah to the tipper! I got these again because I didn't finish them before. It's so gross. But yeah, thank you for the resub.
What flavor was that? Because that just looked wrong on so many levels.
That was Miami Vice.
Oh.
And so I'm sure that's going to pair well with my Oktoberfest beer. But yeah, so I had an idea. And I think it's funny. And we'll see if it's funny. So the idea is like, if y'all know the debate challenges that we do at the end of Takis, where whoever loses the votes for the episode has to defend a really garbage position. But so I was thinking a game but it's a debate. It's like, so imagine like a formal debate where you have like time to give your arguments, and then you got time to like have a discussion, like one of those where it's not like a super formal with a cross X and stuff, but just like one of the ones in our community where people give their points and then they have like a little discussion session. But we do that, but it's kind of silly debate topics, and we have like some improv game shenanigans that happen along with it. And so I love the random wheels that I come up with. But so this is the wheel, and I can explain this wheel. There's a bunch of different rules that will change how the debate goes. And so essentially we'd have two people. And we could actually even do this as a team debate thing. It doesn't have to be only two people, but it could be two people, and you'd agree on the either agree on the topic ahead of time, or we randomly pick the topic, which I have a whole laundry list of potential topics. But some examples of these topics are, of course, the classic: is a hot dog a sandwich? Is cereal a soup? Okay, like those are kind of expected. We've got, is it morally acceptable to trick a toddler into thinking a vegetable is candy? We've got, in a horror movie, is it strategically smarter to be the first person to leave the group? We've got topics like, should reply all emails be classified as a cybercrime? We've got, is breaking a pinky promise a valid ground for a lawsuit? We got like a whole bunch of fun little like goofy topics that don't really matter, but also could have some philosophical discussion if you wanted to. And so then you pick the topic, pick what side you're going to argue for, and then we spin this wheel that throws in some extra rules. And so each person, like, I have to decide how the rounds are going to go. Like, if I feel like each person would have a separate rule that they have to follow just for some variety. But I can, like, so for example, if I spun the wheel here, we get, ooh, vibe check is funny. Okay, so I should just read all these. So vibe check is a rule that, okay, so no real data or actual historical facts can be used to discredit the witness. You must, so when you're talking, having your discussion back and forth, you have to impeach the other person's credibility based entirely on a dream that you had last Tuesday, a poorly remembered childhood movie, or the general energy the witness is giving off. So it's like, you can't use any evidence. You just have to use vibes to discredit your opponent.
Can we use astrology?
Yeah. You can't use facts. You just cannot use facts. That's the rule. You can't use facts. Some other ones we've got. I should just read through these. So we've got the bell rule, which is similar to an improv game where, like, Chad, have you played New Choice or whatever?
Yeah, we call it change in our troop, and we did something very similar at NanoCon.
Yeah. So like a bell or something goes off, and then you have to change the thing that was said, and usually you're escalating to something completely ridiculous. But in this case, when the bell goes off, you have to stop mid-sentence and switch sides that you're debating on. So you completely switch. That. Yeah. So if you're saying that hot dogs are sandwiches and that goes off, you are now suddenly debating that hot dogs are not sandwiches. And that's that rule. There's the detective, which means that you have to communicate your entire argument as a gritty, fast-talking, black and white noir monologue. So you have to do it like 1920s detective style. So that's just more of like a stylistic rule. There's one that's called...
I feel like that was a little bit tailored to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because you rapscallion, I will give you a 4 in that one.
Yeah. So we got that
That's
one.
Totally
we got the glitch. The glitch is where the moderator shouts a random, completely unrelated word, And then the speaking person has to then integrate that word seamlessly into their current argument. So if I yell out
We did that in
pineapple,
Edicon
you
too,
have to
yeah.
find a way. Yeah, you have to find a way to work
Love it.
pineapple into your point. We got rapid fire heckle. This is the fun one. So for 30 seconds or for the whole round, well, I have to decide how long the rounds are, or how long these rules last for. But throughout that time, the opposing debater is allowed to shout out brief one-word objections, and the speaking debater must answer every single heckle without breaking their narrative flow. So there's random interruptions. The next one is the toddler lexicon, where the debater is banned from using any words containing more than 2 syllables. So you have to speak like a toddler to make your point. The conspiracy theory it's pretty much what it sounds like. The debater
it?
must take their core progressive argument, usually progressive argument, and just make it related to some conspiracy theory of like the Illuminati or some corporate entity, and that's how like you always have to make it a conspiracy theory. So that one's more of a stylistic thing. Oh, this one's one of my favorites. Yes, and our favorite rule of improv. So if you get the yes and rule, you cannot directly disagree, correct, or contradict the other person's points. The only things you can do are agree. You can say yes and then add on to what was already said, and then that's how you make your point. So that could be very difficult, especially depending on the prompt that you get. We have some of these are more specifically for the discussion. So like the vibe check is more applicable to when you're having back and forth discussion and not just with your opening and closing arguments. This one's actually funny. So this is one similar to the bell one that I said previously, but this one's specifically for the back and forth. So if you're doing like a cross-examination where you're asking questions of the other person, this one, the bell rings and you have to switch who's being interrogated.
Witness reversal. Love it.
Yeah. So that ends up being a little bit weird. And then there's one where you can only make your argument through questions. You cannot make any statements. If you make a statement, you forfeit your turn to the other person. So questions.
But what really is a turn? How would I know if I were to violate the rules on that?
Would that be considered a turn?
And there's like 3 of these that are just completely disrupting the structure of the game. And so one of them is the filibuster. But this is where the opposition can steal the current speaker's point, but you have to finish the exact sentence that the speaker was in the middle of saying and matching their tone exactly before pivoting the point. So you can essentially steal the point from the other person, but you have to completely match. So this is kind of like the game Freeze, but instead of taking the same position as the other person, you take the same phrase as the other person and then go from there. So that could be an absolute train wreck depending on how it's used. We have time shift. This is a funny one. So the moderator can yell out a tempo modifier at any moment. So they can say double time, half time, etc. And then you have to change how fast you give your argument. So if they say like double time, you have to like speak really, really fast.
This is unfair if we're going to be discussing micro machines.
Yeah. Yeah, but part of that too, if they say reverse timeline, then that means you have to give your argument backwards. So you have to start with your conclusion and then go to your premises.
Love it.
And then the last one I have is, and I'm going to be making longer list of these, but the next one is false dichotomy is what I'm calling it. But for this round, everything the speaking person says is simultaneously 100% true and 100% false. But for every point they make, the opponent can shout false, and then that forces the speaker to completely swap the factual reality of what they just said. So it's like if they said emperors were rich and then the word false is said, they have to instantly pivot to say something like because they had $0. And so you're constantly contradicting yourself.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's the game idea I have so far. Do y'all have ideas or thoughts or things I should add to that, change to it?
Like literally all of it just makes me smile. I'm like, yes, please.
I just think it'd be funny. I just think it'd be really funny.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like we do in my troop, we do a thing called well, we call it debate for lack of a better term. We are bad at naming things, and it's we have two actors on one side, two actors on the other, and we do debate like a really senseless topic. And one group has to do one word at a time between the actors, so you're making your point, but it's like, you know, I say a word, then my partner says a word, then I say a word, and the partner says a word, and then the other side, they have to say the same thing simultaneously. So all their words have to be said at the same time.
Oh my god!
It is a riot. So yes, I could see these working very much like that because, you know, just changing the rules in the middle of a debate or making people do ridiculous stuff in a argumentative style is just funny in and of itself.
I figure like we'll have. My thought is we'll do like it'll be a short debate. I think. I don't think it'll be like terribly long, but it's just like you give, I don't know, somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes for one person to give their opening argument. You give like the same 3 to 5 minutes to the other person to give their argument, and then I think after that it's just a free for all, and the two people just duke it out. And then that way you can have a lot of back and forth. So I think like it gives the opportunity to really monologue and have that kind of setting the scene for what your argument is, and then do it that way. But then with that, I think we'd I
don't know what happened.
Lil got bored. Lil got bored with the discussion. But then I think like we'd respin the wheel after the opening arguments. And maybe even we do actually I think closing arguments would be appropriate too. So we do the opening arguments, we do like the exchange in the middle, and then we do like a brief closing argument. And then I think between each segment we respin the wheel to change the rules of the game. And then that way it keeps it fresh and people on their toes. And so then you could hear the same argument being like delivered in like 3 completely different ways, essentially.
I like it.
So I think it might be funny. Helen, welcome.
Helen.
Can you just spin it? I mean, I could spin it again, but I was just going through what all these meant.
Spin.
But so if we could even try one of these tonight if people are down.
I'm down.
To do like a mini example. Yeah. So that case, it would be rapid fire heckle. Which Lil, do you want to debate Chad, or do you want to be the moderator?
I can give it a
go.
go.
You want to give it a go? Okay.
I can give it a go. It's been years since I've done anything like this, but
it doesn't need to be like it, like, because the whole point is improv, like it's comedy, but the debate is the skin for the comedy. So we're not even expecting like a debate. We're expecting humor.
Also, if you fuck up, it gets funnier.
So,
I say lean into the suck.
Yeah. Yeah. So do we We can even spin for the topic too, or
Let's
we
do
can
it.
roll. I've got 28 topics here.
Oh God.
So maybe if I don't know if people want, maybe if each of you picks a number between 1 and 28, and then you can pick which one you like better. We can do that.
22.
13.
22. What was that?
13.
13. Okay. Oh, okay. So some of these are really good. Okay. So 13 is stealing a coworker's clearly labeled lunch from the office fridge a worse moral offense than a minor tax evasion? And then 22 is it an act of aggression or extreme politeness to arrive exactly on time to a casual social gathering?
I feel like that last one could be a real fight, but
Oh
I
yeah.
think to keep it light, 13 would be great.
Okay. So we'll have the two positions for that one. I guess the affirmative position would be stealing a coworker's clearly labeled lunch from the office fridge is a worse moral offense than minor tax evasion. And so that would be one side, and then the negating side would be no, that is not true. So do you two have a preference on which side you want to take for this discussion?
I can argue both of them. So
I tell you what, I'll since it would be very unpopular, I would go on the side of tax evasion being worse.
Okay. All right. So Lil is on the side of stealing lunch is worse than tax evasion, and Chad is on the side that tax evasion is worse than stealing lunch. And so I think I'll give each of you a few minutes to plan your thoughts out. And then after that, we'll come together and we'll spin the wheel and see how we're going to do this debate. So while you do that, I will entertain the audience, or I will at least try to entertain the audience, and maybe also figure out how we're going to arrange. What might happen is I might boot my camera, but leave both of you up there, maybe. That might be, or we do this. No, not that. I don't want.
Yeah.
Well, I could put me like that, and then I could just put the speaker up in the middle. It might be how I do this. So,
well, Jimmy Eat World said it takes some time.
Yeah. See, Chad's talking instead of planning out his argument, but I feel like he's just gonna wing it anyway. So, Jamie,
Always.
welcome.
No, I have some basic thoughts in my head, but given the chaotic nature of this, I'm not holding on to them too strongly, you know?
Yeah, I think
because I was already formulating it when you said it. I was like, okay, yep,
amazing. Yeah, and this is just like test driving the game too. So, all of this will just kind of give me an idea of how the structure is going to work and how I'm going to organize the time and just see if it's funny at all. So, it'll be good. Jamie, if you want to join in, please do. We're trying out a debate improv game, and I'm pretty
also. I am so sorry, Jamie, that you got like MTG blue balls. That really sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
You know what that means? You need to come play with me over at Dragon Con in 2 weeks.
Ooh. Dragon Con, you'd have so many people who would want to play.
They literally take over an entire exhibition hall for like one floor is just about all Magic the Gathering. It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, that tracks. That tracks, though.
Fair enough.
I do have to show this off. I've got the coolest pin ever.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Oh, you're at work? Well, just stop being at work.
Yeah.
Work's
overrated, honestly.
Yeah.
I would say that to Seth, but I like having bills paid, so
yeah. I would say that to myself, but Same. I also like having bills paid.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for a data job. Hire me, please. Thank you. Theater gigs are doing pretty good right now, but it would be nice to have health insurance. I need that.
That
Yeah.
would be nice. I mean, I have health insurance.
I love my
but-
job. It needs to pay more. So
Yeah.
you do what you can.
Tis the state of the world at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I'm just holding on until everybody realizes that AI is crap at data.
Oh, yeah. AI sucks at a lot of things.
Yes,
Mhm.
it does. Very much so.
All right, I'll stop distracting both of you. And we can just shoot the shit and then let me know when you feel comfortable, and then we can start.
I'm good to go anytime. Let's
I'm
do it.
good.
You're good. All right, so let's pull this up. All right, so we have the wheel. So we'll give you. I won't even set like a. I won't set a time limit for the opening arguments because we'll see kind of how much time you need. But we'll spin for each of you. So who wants to go first to spin the wheel? All right, Lil's gonna
Fine,
do
I'll
it
do
first.
it.
Okay,
I
Chad's
was about
gonna
to
get
say
it
I'm
first.
so non-committal on that.
Okay,
Let's do it.
All right, Chad, this is for you.
Okay.
All right, so your rule for round one for the opening statements is
Of course.
oh, love it. You
Oh,
get the
God.
rapid fire heckle. So what that means, just to reiterate, for this opening argument, at any time, Lil can shout out brief one-word objections, and Chad must answer every single heckle without breaking your flow. So that is your challenge. So Lil, you get to be as active as you want to be with that. But we're gonna give you your rule. So it would be funny if you got the same one. The vibe check. All right. So you cannot use any facts to make your point. You can only use non-facts. All right. So with that, I will remove this from the screen. And then I believe Lil was the affirmative position. So we'll let you take the stage first. Do you need a minute, or do you feel like you're ready to
Would
launch in?
anecdotal evidence count under vibe check?
Yeah, anecdotes are fine.
Okay.
Anecdotes are
Okay.
fine. You just can't use any actual factual evidence.
Can-
data.
If I could state it in a way, anything that would make Matt Dillahunty blow his top, maybe.
is allowed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna put, and there's again, I'm not having a time limit here. We'll just go till you feel like you're ready to stop. At some point, I'll figure out exactly what the time limits are going to be. But here, I will do this, and we'll put Lil up on the big screen, and you can take it away.
So, stealing someone's clearly marked lunch is worse than tax evasion. The reason being is because my lunch was stolen, and guess what? I had the last bit of hot sauce that my dad had made me. And guess what? I can't get any more hot sauce because my dad is dead. So, I have no more hot sauce thanks to someone stealing my clearly marked lunch. And on top of that, like, I totally lost my train of thought. If I can't sit there and have new hot sauce, then why is this person running around being a free person when they should be in jail for stealing my hot sauce? Why is that? Why is that not worse than tax evasion? It's a crime.
All right. We'll switch over to Chad. So Chad's position is the opposite. But again, Lil can object at any point. and Chad has to respond to every objection. All right,
Okay.
take it away.
A very wise and smart person, Mr. Spock, once said,
Spock.
yes, Spock, that bastion of logic and
Fictional.
amazing, yes, fictional, but Spock embodies all of what we aspire to be: logical, scientific,
How?
and considerate, because he said the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And
No.
what is, well, this is true in some instances. However, in the broader scheme, I'm sorry?
Some instances.
Some instances, yes, but in the broader scheme of life, the universe, and everything, which who else but
42.
Mr. Spock saw? Exactly. 42, which is a different sci-fi world. However, Spock himself, having been familiar with that, would take it into consideration when he said it. What is the needs of the few but one lunch designated for one person? The disappearance of that one lunch may affect the needs of the few, namely the
Snacks.
one. Yes, snacks, exactly. But what are snacks compared to the vast majority of food that is given throughout society? See, taxes provide the means of food for
Texas?
people in society. Not Texas specifically. California mostly provides all the funding for the welfare that feeds way more people. And if people commit tax fraud, which I must say, taxes are the price of living in a society. If people do in fact commit tax fraud, they are affecting the welfare and they are affecting the well-being, and if not the
So
very
is stealing
hungry
food.
Exactly, but we are doing it on a massive scale, because if you pay taxes, your donation gets multiplied more and more and more, whereas one very minor missing meal will only satisfy one person for one
Not if you're
very
starving.
bit of time. This is true. However, the one person who starves does not outweigh the many that would starve if all of us did tax evasion. I rest my case.
Incredible. All right. So with that, we're going to go back to this little view here, and we're going to get a new set of rules going into the discussion section. So this next segment is where both of you are going to be able to converse and ask questions, make counterpoints, and just, have a more heart-to-heart discussion about this particular topic. So Chad, let's see what rule you're going in to this one with.
Oh, no.
Prompt or glitch. Amazing.
That's kind of what I was
So
just doing.
At any point, I can give you a random word. Actually, I think I kind of want to do a different one for you because you already did something similar to
No,
that.
I'm
gonna
good with
respin
anything, really.
No, I'm gonna respin it. False dichotomy, amazing. So everything you say is either 100% true or 100% false. And I'm gonna make it where, instead of having the opponent shout false, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna jump in and say false because this is the discussion section.
Sounds good.
So if I say that, you have to completely change the meaning of your point. All right, Lil,
Works.
you get time shift. All right, so I get to play a role in both of these, which is going to be super fun. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to leave myself right here in the bottom. But you two can go ahead and chat, and I will just interject when I need to.
I must say, I'm very curious as to this hot sauce that you mentioned. How can one person's hot sauce really have an effect on the vast majority of the masses? Like, is that not a little self-centered?
Because it had
worry
meaning
about
to
it?
me and my family. And I was going to bottle it and sell it, and now I cannot because I cannot find the recipe for it, so I can't taste it anymore and try to figure out the recipe from that.
While I understand your position on that, I noticed that you didn't mention anything about the meal itself. Is
It doesn't
Is-
matter.
Oh, the meal does not
It
matter,
goes on
you say.
everything. It goes great on everything.
So it's really more of the hot sauce than the meal itself.
False.
I would say,
What?
because the hot sauce itself would make up all the vitamins and minerals of an entire meal, is what I'm gathering from what you're saying. So the hot
It
sauce
makes
is the meal, really. It is an entire box of hot sauce labeled just for you. I find this very interesting.
False.
In a very not interesting way.
It makes any meal 1,000 times better.
Double
So
time.
that way you will eat whatever you want to, because it, even if you're not eating something that you particularly like, you put this hot sauce on it and it's great and it's awesome, so you'll eat it and you can eat anything with it.
Are you aware that many people cannot consume hot sauce because they have an intolerance to heat?
That is their problem and not mine.
Aha. So, once again, we go back to what I said. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Because you like hot sauce and other people do not.
Many
This is
people like
all
hot
about...
sauce too.
Many people do not in underdeveloped nations, but in the developed nation of the United States of America, where we pay taxes, we all do. And, we as a fraction and yet a significant fraction of the world, we absolutely must have our hot sauce. And I understand where you're coming from on that. However,
I
this seems
understand what-
very targeted.
We do need hot sauce because our food is fairly bland compared to the rest of the world. I mean, you think of Indian food and Moroccan food and
Halftime.
Thai food and a whole like Szechuan Chinese food. It's all very, very spicy and very, very good.
I notice in your list of countries, you failed to mention British food, which is obviously the most bland food in the entire world.
False.
Which would benefit very much from the hot sauce.
Which, honestly too, British food in a very bland way also has its own character, and it is very effervescent in its presentation of the colors of beige and the taste of fried goodness, of fish, of haggis, of
Which is why
chips.
this hot sauce is so important.
So what you're saying is your hot sauce could potentially create a benefit for the needs of the many by raising
We
the
could
stature of
feed-
already great food like British food.
We could feed the world on bland ass British food.
But as we
And
further
everyone would
establish,
be happy because of this hot sauce. But now
Double
I
time.
cannot. Now I cannot recreate the hot sauce because the only bottle of hot sauce that I have is gone because somebody stole my lunch.
and as you also previously admitted, the only thing that was in your meal was in fact the hot sauce. So therefore,
No, there was stuff for the hot sauce to go onto, but the fact that the hot sauce is gone, yeah, that's what made the meal fantastic. The meal otherwise was fairly bland, which, like, whatever about the meal. The hot sauce was the important thing, though.
but we have also established that bland food in and of itself can have character.
It might have character, but it has the character of a painted wall.
But a painted wall has delicious flaky chips that can be consumed
Do you eat
by
paint
young
chips?
people. Yes, I have. I was raised on paint chips, as was so many of
You
my
would've
generation,
benefited
and
from
we
the
all
hot
turned
sauce
out just
indeed.
fine, thank you.
You would have benefited just fine from the hot sauce because it's very high in vitamins and nutrients.
But
It
not
would've
so
made
much as
those
paint
paint-
chips. Paint chips
It would've made
contain
those
lead,
paint
which
chips
is an
yummy.
essential nutrient.
It would have made those paint chips yummy.
Yummier than lead. I somehow doubt this.
All right, I think that's a great place to stop the discussion. That was a great back and forth. All right, so we're gonna get into our closing statements, and we're gonna give you a new set of rules, so we can disregard all of the previous rules, and you're just going to adopt this new one. So, Chad, for this last round.
Oh, Jesus.
So you
All right.
you get the bell. That's great. I don't actually have a bell, so I'm just gonna say ding, and then you have to change what side you're arguing for.
No
It's
expense
gonna
was
be fun.
spared.
Yeah, you've gotten all of these fun ones.
I love it.
All right, Lil.
Oh.
You get detective, so you just have to change. You have to give your final speech as if you are a 1920s detective.
I so don't know if I can do that. I can try though.
Bring out your inner Katharine Hepburn.
Okay.
All right, and with that, so I think for the final statements, I think we're gonna go in reverse order. So I'll let Chad go first, and then Lil will wrap us up. So let me make Chad big, and
Too
you'll
late.
wait for the ding. Yeah.
Okay. Folks, what we have heard tonight is a classic demonstration of how we have become self-centered as a society and as a nation. Hot sauce, while admittedly delicious, while admittedly life-changing for so many, cannot have as far-reaching of an impact as the socio-economic impact of taxes. Therefore, I would say that just because one simple little meal were to disappear from a work fridge, at the end of the day, the millions and millions of people committing fraud by not reporting their taxes properly, by not reporting their tips properly, by not reporting all their other items of value properly, including people, yes, I do dare say people like Mark Zuckerberg, people like Bill Gates, people like Jeff Bezos, not reporting what they actually have made of value is having an impact on so many of us daily,
Ding.
so many of us weekly, that we end up paying the price that far, far exceeds one hot sauce bedecked meal. I would also
Ding.
say one hot sauce drenched meal. That I would
Ding.
also one entire platter of nothing but hot sauce dripping down the sides of the platter, spilling out into the break room, covering everyone in the rich, delicious goodness of spice, capsaicin, and a little hint of salt. I
Ding.
and a little hint of paprika. And I would say, in closing, is that the kind of America that we want to live in? Nay, I say. We want an America that can be honest again.
Wow, that was powerful. All right, Lil, it is. Oh, I removed Lil instead of putting her in the middle. All right, it's your closing arguments in the style of a detective.
So, if we sit there and we see hot sauce stolen, it's the same as tax evasion. In fact, it's worse because it affects all of us on a personal level. Because instead of it just being some large, ethereal, like societal problem, it ends up being personal. And it ends up being to where people like me cannot make money off hot sauce because we no longer have the hot sauce recipe. See?
Yeah.
So I can't make money off the hot sauce recipe. And because I can't make money off the hot sauce recipe, I cannot contribute more to taxes. So stealing lunch is the bigger crime.
Ooh. And there we have it. There is our wonderful debate on this.
I do have
riveting topic.
I do have a confession. My dad's hot sauce, I actually cannot eat it because I'm allergic to it.
Aha! I think we have found the one flaw in her arguments.
Amazing.
You should have asked if I was allergic to tomatoes.
Good point.
That
That was a barrel. I love that. That is good shit.
That's
yeah, we'll
fun.
have to play
It's
that,
fun.
that game more, and that'll generate some fun clips too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
There's a clip of me on Skeptic Haven that the humanity shows. I have no poker face with that kind of stuff. It's hilarious.
You're so gonna do a clip of me rubbing my boobs and talking about hot sauce, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
happening.
100%.
I knew it when I did it. I was like, "Yep, this is getting gift."
I mean, like, Chad, you know how the game works. Like when we make you escalate the decision. Yeah, it's like
I will say, help more dings. Like seriously, I can escalate the fuck out of this.
Yeah.
I was just like,
yeah, it's
okay,
like
I'll go
yeah, I know. It's like this is the first one I wasn't
Yeah,
wanting
that's
to
what I was-
overwhelm people, but like now that like once people get into the swing of it, like we'll do this like full force. I do think that we should have like a little informal atheist community improv troupe called the Improv Experience. I think that should happen.
Hey, we tried at NanoCon. I tell you that.
I know. I wish I could have been there because
That was good.
I would have gotten into that improv, but I was
Mhm.
working.
Nah, I
I
understand.
was
man.
so mad.
Some of us are
It
just
was so much
lovers.
fun. It was so much
Thank
fun,
you.
though.
Thank you so much, Lil. But yeah, no, and seriously, Lil, seriously, great chops. You did great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I
it
haven't
was
done
funny.
I haven't done improv in probably 15 years, give or take.
Mhm.
And yeah, like last thing I was doing, like anything with theater, I was doing last thing I did was Sweeney Todd. So
Oh wow.
Actually, can I tell y'all something really funny that happened this past week?
Yeah.
So-
go for it.
So I'm volunteering at Sidewalk Film Festival here in Birmingham, and they have like script readings. Well, first I'm doing an improv jam, which in and of itself is great, but there's also script readings where you read scripts and such. And I can't reveal too much about like what the play is, but I will be playing the part of a abusive father who uses the Bible to intimidate and like keep his family in line, which I was just like, I might have to research this. I have no idea what that looks like.
Here, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and then I'll be right back.
So, Lil, I didn't know that you had like theatrical training and such.
Yeah.
You want to share about that?
yeah, last thing I did was Sweeney Todd. I played Mrs. Lovett.
Oh yeah.
I had 20 seconds. I was in 6-inch heels and a corset, by the way. I had to run off stage right, run out the back, down a hallway, up 2 flights of stairs, and then down another hallway, singing the entire fucking way.
Yep.
And I
Which
managed
song
to do
was
it.
this?
That was it's the one where they're at the pie shop. Damn it, now I
Oh.
can't think of the name of it.
God, that's good. That one.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember. that
Oh
one.
my god. And
Did-
so the thing is, the guy who was playing Sweeney Todd, because like I mean, I'm fairly tall, so of course, put me in 6-inch heels, and I'm like 6'3". But the guy who was playing Sweeney Todd was 6'8".
Ooh. Yep.
So apparently the reason why I got it was because I was the tallest woman, and so I wouldn't look too off next to him. But the director is like, hey, he has martial arts training. This would look really cool. So they wanted him to kick me through the door into the oven.
Mhm.
And we had it marked
Spoilers.
where we're like, you can go right here up to this line and you won't actually hit me. He went an inch over the line and kicked me. And I flew back like I was supposed to, roughly, because it was like he was supposed to like just tap me. But I flew past the mat, landed on my back 6 feet down. And I was just like...
And that's how you have a one-night show.
I got up and did 3 more of them. So
Oh my god. Yeah. You didn't get kicked again, I hope.
no, I didn't. He was actually we moved the line back about 3 inches, and it looked great it looked great, but it did not feel good.
When he did that, did he say, "At last, my leg is complete"? No.
It was By the Sea though was the hardest
Oh.
song I've ever done. You cannot breathe in that, like, at all. And I'm wearing a corset too, so it's like,
Oh yeah. By the sea. Yeah.
I can't sing that high anymore.
Me neither. Do you know the really weird thing about all the songs in that play? Nearly all of them are some kind of variation or some kind of take on the Dies Irae, which is like the da 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 song that plays in a lot of death scenes in movies. Like in some of the songs it's played backwards, and some of the songs it's like transposed or it's kind of cleverly hidden,
Yeah.
and some of the songs it's very blatant. I just, I really appreciate that play a lot more when I learned about that. I was like, oh my god, because I had actually run tech for it once, and I was just like, this music has really weird song cues I keep hearing over and over, and I was not imagining it, so that was cool.
Yeah, it was probably one of the most fun shows I've done. The other fun show I've done is Avenue Q. That was fun. So
Yep. Porn.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah, I did. What's her name? Meg, the puppet, the chick, the monster puppet.
Oh, Kate Monster?
Yeah, Kate. Why am I thinking Meg? It's been so long since I've done any of these, but I still have the line of "Why don't I have a boyfriend?" Fuck.
Yep.
It sucks to be me.
And now, hey.
That was a really fun show to do. But like I said, I haven't done theater in 15 years. I had to stop doing that when I transferred colleges. So
I have been
Well,
in
back
exactly
then-
one musical, and it was so bad that it got the theater shut down.
no.
no.
Yeah.
Hi, Seth.
Yeah,
That's,
back when I was
my
doing
favorite.
when I was in a theater degree, my whole niche, like I was doing a lot of acting and stuff. Like the only professional work that I did was in voice, because that's all you can do in Colorado is voice. Unless you're like, or I mean, there's a couple professional theaters, but not much. And I mean, there is like the film industry is growing a bit in like Parker, Colorado, because there's a lot of on location stuff they do in Colorado, but usually they don't cast like in Colorado. They cast in LA and then go film in Colorado. But so like my niche when I was studying theater ended up being a lot of stage combat. And so like I did end up getting like Society of American Fight Directors certified in single sword, because that was offered at the university. And then I
can sword
did
fight.
fight directing for 2 shows. And so that was cool, but because that was after I was like, before I transitioned, like I was in acting, of course, but had I been born a cis dude, I probably wouldn't have left acting, like in all honesty. But like you go from, like I was primarily doing children's theater where the characters are a lot more gender ambiguous. Because like when you're just doing fairy tales and like you're doing like fantasy books and stuff, it's like it gender's whatever. But then you get into college theater and it's like you actually are kind of more assigned to a gender, and you have your typecast and things. And so I was like, I really don't like playing women characters. Like it just did not sit right with me. I was like, I don't really like this unless they were like comic relief. That would, but I mean, that's my typecast anyway, is comic relief. So I was like, okay, that kind of works a little bit. But if I hadn't needed to transition, like I probably would have stayed in theater and I might not have left. So it's always interesting.
I gotta say, Ben,
Here.
if you were a fight choreographer, I know someone who could have really used your help, in a certain thing of Sweeney Todd there. She wouldn't have got her ass kicked.
I mean, it looked amazing because that's the one that we actually filmed. So it looked amazing. By the way, here's a blast from the past.
Oh.
That's me doing Evil Godmother.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you
And those
rock
were supposed to
Goth
be my
Night.
2 daughters.
Yeah.
You would rock Goth Night at the club. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm old school goth. That dress was actually my senior prom dress.
Nice.
Oh wow. Okay.
I had it left over and it still fit. They didn't want all my tattoos showing, so I had to stick a turtleneck under it. But yeah,
That's awesome.
That is amazing. Yeah. And all the
yeah.
baby
That's we did. What is it? Oh, I think it's a wolf story or something. But it's basically all the fairy tales told from the wolf's perspective. And the wolf trying to be like the fairy godmother. And yeah, that one was fun. That one was a lot of fun too. It's
Okay.
funny because like we were walking around out front before and of course kids recognized who I was and stuff. But then I walk around afterwards and the kids will be so terrified of me. And I'm like, I'm just an actor, honey. Like I'm not mean.
Okay,
In-
so what is I'm curious. I want to know like what your dream roles would be
Ooh.
in any show.
Alphaba, hands down. I will.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. I know the entire show, movie notwithstanding, but I know the entire Broadway show in English and in German. I can do both.
Okay.
Wow, this is so stereotypical of me, but King George.
Oh,
Okay, that's on
That would be good, too.
on my list too. It's not the top of my list, but You'll Be Back is my go-to karaoke song. Every time I go to karaoke, that is my go-to song.
So in the musical I was in, we actually did a parody of that song, and yeah, I dare say I rocked it. But it was just so much fun to sing, and that character is just so cool. I mean, I'm just like, I'm sorry, that's just
Such a good character.
yeah, I love it.
mhm.
I think my like ultimate dream role would be Elder Cunningham in Book of Mormon.
Yes. Oh my god, I can see it.
Yeah. Book of
I could
Mormon
probably
is
rock
great.
Elder Cunningham, frankly, too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
that's
a
why I
great
try
one.
legends.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
I remember my most memorable role in theater was like literally I was on stage for the least amount of time. But it was a like an original production of Pinocchio. And so like
Ooh.
the script was written like by one of our directors to be as close of a match to like the original story as much as possible. But I played like I had kind of a dual role, but my other role wasn't as fun. But you know the part where like Geppetto is in the whale and then Pinocchio goes like to rescue him and stuff. Okay, so I played a tuna fish that was also in the whale.
I didn't know this was a thing.
And that was like my most memorable character because it was just 5 minutes of comic relief, but it was like very dry humor of like this fish
Mhm.
that's like, we're all gonna die.
Wait,
and-
how can a fish have dry humor?
Punny. But yeah, it was funny because like what was it that show in particular, the director was very much into like the Strasberg method of acting, which is like very much a movement centric type of style. And
Yeah.
so we do a lot of like walking like your character, and I was like, I'm a fish. How do I move? And so I spent
Mhm.
so much time just like, okay, we're moving around the room, and I've got my fins, and I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna do some of that. We go forward, and then like we go backwards, and then like we go from side to side. And so it ended up being like this bit for the character, just like saying these things very monotone of like how we're gonna die, but I'm just like sitting there and I'm just like bobbing back and forth and like being a little
Love it.
I
Okay, I
did
would have
think of
paid money
another
to see
role.
that.
times.
I did think of another role that I would love to do, and if you know me, you know why. But I would love to do Ariel from Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I have to do that. Chad, have you ever done a role more than once?
No. Like I said, I was in one musical and I've done improv ever since. That being said, when I grew up in church, I was always the narrator. Not so much because I had a good
That
voice or
doesn't
anything,
count.
because I was like fucking 12 or whatever, but because I was the one in church who knew how to read the best. So
I
they would
had
always
that happened to me too.
Yeah.
That happened to me too, and I was so mad. Like
Mhm.
specifically,
Mhm.
like in first grade. This wasn't in church though. This was just like in elementary school. In first grade, like we were doing this like little Christmas play, but it was a secular school,
Mm.
and so it was like the Santa Claus and Jack Frost thing. And I remember like I was the narrator because I was the only one who could read the
Yep.
scripts. And I was like, I don't want to be the narrator because like that's not fun.
Look, understand, I was in the backwoods of Alabama, and most of the kids were way younger than me, and the other girl who was about my age, who was a pretty good student, she was very shy, so I ended up being the narrator. Also, women can't talk in church.
Yes, Miranda. Yes. Change it to where Eric gets turned into a merman
I
instead
can see
of
that.
her becoming human.
I still think
no, I've done the same role 4 times.
What?
no.
I've
Which
done
one?
Juliet 4 times.
Huh.
I did it in high school. I did it my first time in college right out of high school, and then I did it twice afterwards. And I've done obviously the Shakespeare version, but one of the ones that I did later on was the modern version. So that one was a lot of fun to do too.
The
Tommy, I
DiCaprio
love
version?
this.
No, it wasn't. No, it was like the language and all that changed, but it was a modern day take on it.
Fair.
Pretty
Tommy,
much
I
follow the
love
same
this.
story, but
Tommy,
Yeah,
I would call that
there's-
foreshadowing.
Yeah. Oh man, I still
I
think
think we were
that,
all the bad sheep.
Yep.
I still think that
I'm-
Holy
I-
Spirits needs to do a Christmas story like retelling. And I still think I need to organize it for this year though.
Please.
Because like we just need a bunch of people who are okay doing improv. And the whole thing, like the narrator would be the one sober person and having to wrangle all the drunk characters.
Okay, if you need a narrator, I'm out.
I was
No,
about
you
to
don't- you
say
don't have
I
to
would
be-
love to
no,
do the
thank you.
narrator
You don't
for
have to
that
be the
because
narrator.
it's a lot of fun since I don't drink that much. I actually learned this when I was pregnant. I was pregnant, but I went on a cruise. So of course, cruises, everybody is drunk. You can always tell the drunk people on a cruise because they're the ones who are walking with the ship. The sober
Oh, yeah.
people are the ones who are stumbling all over the damn place. But that's where I figured out it's a lot of fun to be the designated driver. Because you can sit down and watch everybody.
I kind of want to convince Sydney to be the narrator.
Oh my god,
To
that would be so
wrangle the
good.
group. That'd be
Oh,
so
I love
funny.
Sid. Yes, please make that happen.
Yeah, that would be good.
I need to release some more Holy Spirit. I have footage from Holy Spirits. I just need to edit and release it. But I have some of it, and I have a story ready to go that I need to tell. Like I have prepared David and Goliath. Like I need to tell this story, but I need to find a time where I can get drunk enough to do it.
Hell, I could probably do one right now. I did an experiment this year with the peach cobbler. I included a boozy peach in every jar, and I just tested it out just now. Yes, it works.
Nice.
Mm. But yeah,
Peach usually works pretty well.
I still have apple pie as well, but that's all being saved for Dragon Con as well.
Ooh. We got
But yeah, I
Violin
mean,
in the
seriously,
side
I want to
chat.
see some more. I want to see some more Holy Spirits, and I want to take part in more. So yeah, you know where to call.
Yes, yes. I need to wrangle up some people to give.
I mean,
some
with all the
stories
free
and
time
then-
you have, you know.
Yeah, with my so much free time. I mean, I do minimal editing for it anyway, but because I mean the whole point is for it to be chaotic, so I don't really edit a whole lot unless it's a really long story, and then I do edit.
And Chad
But-
goes off on a million tangents, you know. Look, I don't just have ADHD, I have all 80 of them.
All 80 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I had like some other idea for Holy Spirits related content, but I don't remember right now. But
Indeed. But I gotta say, I love what we did tonight. I thought that was
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
I think we should do this more. And honestly, it's less work for me because then I don't have to write questions.
Oh, I see how it is.
Well, no, I have questions written.
I'm
but
up for writing
also-
questions for you.
Yeah, but also it's a good option, I think, when we have a smaller group because we only need 3 people. We can even do it with 2 people, I think, as long as we don't have a moderator at that point. But we just have to pick the rules without a moderator if we only had 2 people.
Yep.
But
I mean, that'd be just a simple randomizer. Like you could, yeah. So good
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, I have fun. So
Miranda, I do currently have 2 days off in a row, which is like every 6 weeks I get 2 weekends. So it's like the 7th and the 8th week I get a weekend. And then we go back to a 6-week cycle of 1 day off.
That's insane.
yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, I have all the days off and I hate it. Can someone hire me now, please? Thank you. I also took a.
We still need to chat, Chad,
Mhm.
about you hosting a show on here.
Oh, please do. Yeah, absolutely. Also, I have taken a side gig hosting trivia, like the official Jeopardy Bar League stuff here locally, and that's been a
Incredible.
ton of fun. I've enjoyed that way more than I thought I would.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I get to fulfill my 12-year-old dream of being Alex Trebek.
Ooh.
I had very, very low aim at 12. Like, you know, if I could just reach that.
Yeah, it's a pretty low bar.
Yeah. Well, now it's Ken Jennings and everything's changed. You know, it's like, oh, now I need to be very personable. Oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a rough time for a lot of people recently.
True. Hey, yeah, take care of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that people are still meeting up and still going to conferences and still doing all the things because
there's
a lot going on.
Lil,
Yeah, I
would
mean-
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, because this was the first year I was able to go to anything, and I got to go to both the ARC protest and NanoCon.
I need to say, just so that we can further rub it into Ben, what was your favorite part of NanoCon and why was it meeting me?
Was it? Was it?
It was. No, seriously, what was your favorite part?
No, honestly, I love hanging out with everybody because it's like it's one of those things that is, and me and Seth have talked about this, is like you talk to people online and it's like I'm really, really good friends with a whole bunch of my friends on here, but then you see people in person and it's a little bit of a trip because then they're suddenly in 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
When you're used to only seeing them
It's
in 2.
weird.
It was really weird though, getting to see over the summer some of, because like for instance I've watched there are some people that I've watched for years, like there's Matt Dillahunty and SR and a whole bunch of other people that I've watched for years, and it was really really cool to get to meet them, but then they're just like totally down to earth people.
Yeah.
And it was the only time that I really, there were 2 times that I kind of fangirled a little bit because I was caught off guard. Was I was getting into the elevator and Drew McCoy and Taylor walk into the elevator. I'm like, holy crap, because I've been following his channel for a really long time, and hers too. And then me and Seth were walking to breakfast, and there's Hemet right there, which I've also followed for years. And then I hear Forrest, and I walked right past Forrest and didn't recognize him from the back. I'm just like, which meeting Forrest was a big deal, which I get. Like he's one of the bigger people in on the atheist YouTube space, but because he basically helped me teach biology to my son when I was homeschooling him. I've got a degree in physics. I know physics. I know chemistry. I can do all of that. Not as well versed in biology.
Yeah, Forrest and I harass each other over WhatsApp pretty frequently.
I'll never forget the first time I met Forrest in person. It was actually at Dragon Con a couple years ago, and I wanted to introduce myself to him, and the only thing I could think of as a common factor between us two, because I hadn't gotten to know y'all that well yet, was, I've been friends with Promise for a while, and at the time, she was just switching over to Promise from Eve Was Framed, and I didn't know if I should tell him that I was friends with Promise or Eve, because I didn't know, like how much he knew about that. So I was like, "Oh, Forrest, hey, how are you doing? My name's Chad. I'm friends with I'm friends with a lot of people." He's just like, "Yes, absolutely." I was just like, "I just fucking blew that." So, but no, he is a super nice guy, and
cool.
and he also made a cameo appearance on our panel too, which was really nice.
I'll tell you what surprised me though is how many people commented on how tall I was. I didn't think I was that tall, but
you're pretty tall.
I mean, but the thing is, the area I come from in Texas, like I'm average at best.
To be fair, I'm very short, so
yeah, I'm in the super short club
Seth
with
tall.
I'm in the super short club with Sydney, AJ, and I are like the smalls of the community.
I'm just below average.
I like AJ. I was just like I knew she was short, and I've got family members who are like 4 feet something, and I was just like, yeah, okay. It was just like it was a trip, but it was a lot. It was a lot of fun because there were some people who were taller than I expected too. So it's just seeing people in 3D that you're just not expecting.
But I remember, like, speaking of like kind of the shell shock you get from meeting people for the first time. It was several years ago when Better happened in Indiana. And so I went to that, and I remember Shannon Q was there, but she and Elliot kind of ran into each other in the elevator, and Elliot and I were sharing a room at Better, and so he's coming up to the room, and in the elevator, Shannon's like, "Oh, wait, Ben's here," and she like rushes up to come find me. I was like, "That's weird." When like Shannon Q is like seeking me out in the hotel. That was weird.
I had the same thing happen at American Atheist Convention 2022, I think it was, in Atlanta. So that was a year I went with Promise and Jillian Kelly, JK Talks on TikTok. She's no longer active, but all three of us we were sharing an Airbnb and whatever. So we came in to the hotel that morning, and we were all discussing like, okay, well, where do we register? What all we want to do first, and all that. And out of nowhere, I hear Arch Radish, and I'm like, what? And I look, and it's Anna Bosnick. And she comes running up and she's just like, oh my God, I follow you on TikTok. And I was just like, this is weird because I really should be fanboying over you right now. So can I do that real quick? And this is
I
before.
have not been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been recognized yet. Seth has.
That was the first time I'd ever been recognized, and it was by somebody who, like, I was already a huge fan of. I was like, "Oh my God, this is weird."
To be fair, I've been recognized twice for my work with Secular Talk because I was wearing like a Secular Talk, and they're like, "Oh, holy crap, that's you!" Because he will mention me occasionally. He used to mention me a lot more, but that's the only time I've ever been recognized, and that was like at college. So it's, but yeah, I haven't been recognized yet. So
And I
I'm just
recognize
waiting
you,
for-
to be fair.
Well, yes,
I was
but
actively
know
seeking you out too. I was like, where the fuck is Lil?
Marin ran out and gave me a hug. Helen damn near jumped over the table from what I heard. So
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool meeting everybody.
mhm.
Yeah, what's funny too, I get to a place and like everybody starts asking like random medical questions, or they tell me about their weird medical stories, and I'm like, like I will do nothing. I will do nothing with that information. Thank you. Thank you for telling me all of your weird medical issues.
Hey, to be fair, I was really worried about that bump. Okay, so
Yeah.
you know, I just
Yeah, people always get weird about like the derma stuff. I'm like, I'm a kidney guy. Like I do one thing.
well, now that you
and I'm
mention it,
only
there's this
saying
weird thing
general
whenever I
because
pee.
of- Okay, see that's worth talking about. That's fun. That's the fun stuff. Like
You
if
heard
people
it
want
here,
to tell me
folks.
about their kidney stones, like I'm all for that. Like we'll chat. We'll have a good time.
You heard it here, folks. If you see Dr. Ben out in the wild, please tell him everything about your urine because he will
I
be
mean, actually,
all
like,
in.
that's fine. Yeah. Can I look at your kidney? It depend. Are we talking like ultrasound or biopsy? Or a CAT scan?
Tommy,
Like,
that's
some of those are easier than others to do.
Tommy, that's how you end up in a hotel room bathroom and a bunch of ice with a sign that says "Call 911." Oh man!
From the Twitch. Not sure where the line is between urology and nephrology. So urologists are surgeons, and they do a lot of procedural things on the entire urinary tract. Usually kind of the part below the kidney, and then nephrology is medical and not surgical. So with the exception of interventional nephrology, which does like some of the fistula placement and stuff, but for the most part nephrology is non-procedural, just about the kidney, not caring as much about the things that happen beyond the kidney, unless like you get, I don't know, some urinary problem that backs up into the kidney, and then it's a kidney problem. So nephrology is like even goes beyond just the urinary tract because the kidneys regulate pretty much everything that's in your blood. So it's a lot of electrolyte management, a lot of blood pressure management. You end up dealing with a lot of diabetes because a lot of chronic kidney disease comes from diabetes. There's a lot of endocrine overlap because hormones change how much you absorb water, and that water relates to your electrolytes, and that's processed by the kidneys. There's also a lot of autoimmune diseases that affect the kidneys. So like nephrology is a lot more cerebral than urology, and urology is a lot more hands-on procedural.
Wait a
that's kind
minute.
of the big difference.
How
Now
can
the
it be
question is,
cerebral
what
if it
about my
doesn't have to do with the
dog's
brain?
kidneys?
It does, because the brain will get fucked up if there's too much salt in the blood. So like literally if you put too much salt in your blood at within a short period of time, your brain will swell up. And
I'm in
you'll be-
Alabama. I'm in danger.
Yeah. Well, no, it's more so if you get like an IV bag of fluid and it's like 3% saline instead of like regular, like normal saline. So that kind of thing. If it's directly into your veins, then your kidneys can't really regulate how much is going in there, and then that's where we get problems. So
I'm sorry, I stepped on what you were saying, Lil. What was that?
I said, what about my dog's kidneys? I
don't know dogs'
have
kidneys
kidney
is-
problems.
I mean, they're probably pretty similar to human kidneys,
Yeah,
but
yeah, they are. She's really really old, and I was told several years ago that when she goes, it's probably going to be her kidneys that finally give out. So, yeah. So her kidneys are starting to act up a bit.
Also,
That
I love
sucks.
how Jamie says, "You're my friend, not my physician." Way to have boundaries, Jamie. But this is the internet. What are you doing having those for?
Boundaries on the internet?
What are boundaries? I don't
What?
have those.
What are these boundaries you speak of?
Nah, like, but you know, all that to say, like, it was really cool, like, meeting you and Seth in person, and also, you know, Ben, like meeting you last year. That was awesome. So,
Yeah,
tell
'cause
you
I got
this.
to. That's the first time I met you. Was
Mhm.
at that NanoCon, and we've been friends ever since. So
Aw.
Yeah. What tripped Seth out was Seth is taller than Seth Anders. He was
Yeah,
not
that tripped me
expecting
out.
that.
wow.
Yeah, he's like an inch taller than Seth Anders, so
Yeah, Jamie, the two most common causes of kidney injury are hypertension and diabetes. Or at least like for
Mhm.
chronic kidney injury, it would be that. For acute kidney injury, there's hypertension. There's also like a whole slew of things. Acute kidney injuries can be a fun bag to get into.
Also,
But that's
Tommy,
mostly inpatient stuff.
I enjoyed meeting you too, Tommy. That was awesome.
that was fun, yeah.
Mhm.
He came up to me at the ARC protest, and I was running around like mad because like I was trying to help with everything, and I was the pee patrol because I was taking everybody in my car to go to the bathroom and stuff. And he's like, "Lil!" And I was just like, "Huh?" It
We
took me
got a
about-
raid.
What?
We got a
Hi,
raid.
awesome.
All right, we're gonna
Damn it.
do this. It's Mark Reed. Huzzah. So let's okay, which shot should I do next? We got these all of these suck. Jolly Jolly B52, Miami Vice, which I did one of those earlier,
While you're saying,
pineapple
I'll be right
upside
back.
down cake, or strawberry sundae.
Upside down cake.
Okay, we'll do it. Chad's getting us something.
I got a Diet Coke, so.
Hell yeah, we love a Diet Coke here.
Mm.
Blame Nick. Okay, yeah. No, oh no, it's not you. Oh, it's Nick. It's an In Time raid. Okay. In Time rated. Yeah. So if you don't follow In Time, they do kind of a more news like current events type show, which back in the beginning of my YouTube presence, I did like they were some of the people that helped me kind of get out into the community. So super awesome to see them here. But Mark Reed was the first person to show up. So I will also shout out Mark Reed and Titan Uranus, which I know you want me to say your name like that. And I did. I did that just for you. But here, we got to do that. We got to do some huzzahs.
Huzzah to the tipper!
Huzzah to the tipper.
Yes,
And what, we're
Tommy,
gonna hang out for a bit
my
longer
car
because-
cools anuses.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out a bit
Wait.
longer because we got this raid. We're not letting this raid
Hell no.
sit here bored.
Yeah,
I do have to pee again though, so I'm gonna get up and then I'll be back. We're just shooting the shit now.
exactly.
Speaking of peeing, the thing that's amazing that Tommy always reminds me of is I have seat coolers and they are so nice. It's like
Wait.
the best feature in my car.
Oh, coolers in your car.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like in public and stuff like that. But yeah, in the car would be awesome, especially in the South.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
god! So when I wish I had discovered it the day we got the car. I discovered it like the next day. I think it was whenever the day after we got the car. Because when we left Texas, it was like 103. It was
Mhm.
hotter than crap. Which, like, the weather out here is so weird compared to Texas. Like, I'm not used to it. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to handle the weather out here.
As someone who's lived in the Southeast for quite a while, it's like wait 5 minutes, and if you don't like the weather, it'll change to something you may or may not like. Who knows?
That's how Texas is. But the
Mhm.
thing is at least with Texas, with the thunderstorms we get, they're usually really, really heavy and really, really bad for like an hour, and then we won't get rain again for like 3 weeks. And it's also unbelievably hot. Like I was telling my mom earlier today, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's like over 100." And I'm like, "It's 82 here."
I was going to ask too. What did you think of Tennessee?
I like Tennessee, at least the area we were in. I could do without all the spiders, but we were in the middle of the woods, so
That absolutely killed me. Okay, so do you mind if I say this, Lil?
go ahead.
Yeah. So while we were sitting outside and just kind of shooting the shit, which by the way, I had tried like 5 times to go to my room because I was starting to kind of feel a couple of gummies hit, and I was like, I should probably go because I will fall asleep out here if I stick around. And I ended up like getting pulled aside on so many side quests. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to sit here and whatever happens, happens. Well, there was this big orb spider like right over Lil's head that was spinning this huge ass web, and I forget who pointed it out. It was either Glinda or
Glinda.
Matt. It was Glinda, yeah. And Lil was just like, I'm out. And we did not see Lil for the rest of the night.
Okay, to add some context to this, I completely understand it's illogical and irrational, but I am severely arachnophobic.
That's
I
fine.
literally woke up screaming that night.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that part.
So I'm severely arachnophobic. Like, and the thing is like with my ADHD, if I don't know it's there, I'm probably not going to notice. So it's usually good to just not say anything to me. But the fact that I knew that it was over my head and all I could imagine was it dropping down on my shoulder and like just no. I don't know why I'm so arachnophobic. Like I can handle literally anything else. Nothing else scares me like that. But I don't know why. But
I used to be that way about rodents myself, so I get it. Yeah.
Like I don't know why I've gotten to the point that like I can kill little ones if they're in my house, but that's about it. Like if it's bigger than like a dime, then I'm freaking the hell out.
And I'm not gonna lie, this was a big ass spider too, so yeah.
Yeah.
But we all learned something about each other that night. I think that was about the time I was getting my hair scritched by Glinda, which I did not see coming. And Matt's over there talking about snakes. I'm getting hair scritches, and I was just like, my life is really weird right now, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird, but it was fun. That was the only other night that I drink anything. I think I had like 2 drinks. I had I had a rum and coke from the bar, and then I had a shot of Glinda's rum, and that's it.
Yeah, I was
so
desperately
good.
trying to go to my room and go to bed, but it just was not happening. There was just way too many people being like, "Oh, before you go," and I'm like, "All right, fine. I'm just going to sit down."
like I hung out in the like right around the corner on the inside for like 4 or 5 minutes because I'm like, okay, I can go back out there. I can sit on the other side of the table, and I'm just like, nope, can't do it. I couldn't do it once I knew that big ass spider was out there. I couldn't do it. Like,
oh,
okay,
Titan
I'm just
Uranus
going to
says that there are 2 natural animal phobias: spiders and birds, reptiles. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand. I can understand snakes because there's a lot of snakes that can kill you depending on where you're at.
I'm very
like,
contextual with snakes because I live where there's like a lot of
Snakes
really
don't bother
deadly
me.
snakes. But
yeah, snakes don't bother me.
but
I
my
mean,
girlfriend has a really cool snake, and I've kind of become desensitized to that. So I'm like, yeah, cool.
yeah, like I mean, even where I lived in Texas, because I lived right outside Dallas, like we have rattlesnakes and we have water moccasins and all that stuff out there. None of those ever bother me.
Hmm.
Rats don't bother me. Just I don't know what it is about spiders. I don't even I can't even think of anything like traumatic. But like for instance, I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I love the movies. I love the books, but I will skip the part with Shelob in it because I can't watch it. It will I will have nightmares. It's the only thing that ever gives me nightmares too. Like I don't get it. I don't know.
I
Anybody
will
knows a way
point.
to get over a phobia without like giving myself nightmares on purpose? Please let me know.
I will point out the one irony that Lilith is often like associated with spiders. So but
Snakes. It's
and
snakes.
snakes. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
well,
I go with the snakes. Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
I don't know. It's it also like I've said this before, but it cracks me up that like in this community, women who go by the name Lilith it's usually like a moniker that they took on. It's my actual name.
Hmm. Yeah, you're the
So-
OG. Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is weird because Chad is my actual name as well, but people always think it's short for something. It is not. It is
Chadwick?
literally Chad. Yeah. And people think it's
Chadwick?
Chadwick, Chad with 2 D's, and I'm like, why can't it just be 4 letters? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I thought
Mhm.
Chadley,
I've known a
Chadbert, Chadlington.
Chadlington.
Chad.
I have heard every variation. I'm like, literally, it's just Chad. You can check my driver's
I've
license.
I've known a few like just straight Chads.
Hmm. Unfortunately, I'm a straight Chad too, which I'm usually the straightest guy in the room. But hey, cool.
Chaddington the Fifth. That is your name now.
Mm. That Chaddington the Fifth. I'm okay with that, honestly, because Paddington rocks.
Yes. Oh, and for a little bit of a tangent for the people who just joined us from the raid. So when I say we, I mean the Dr. Ben channel on YouTube. We've hit 4.9 thousand subs. We
Woo!
are this close to 5K. If you are not subscribed yet, please hit that button and help us get to 5K. We're so close. I don't know what special thing I'm gonna do at 5K, but we'll do something fun.
Woohoo!
Just we gotta get there first.
I'll do that when I hit 500.
We're
Get
going to
Lil
heckle.
to
Keep bouncing
500.
back and forth. Like there's like me and Seth keep going back and forth. So right now he's ahead of me.
We're going to make Chad do the heckle thing for an entire hour. That's that's what you're going to do.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll do a
my
special
God.
debate show when we get to 5,000. So definitely help us get there. It would be super awesome.
By the way, Lil, I did
Okay.
not tell you. I did not give you enough credit. Those were great heckles. You had me. You had me guessing. I
They
was
were
like,
good
"Damn it."
heckles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 42 really threw me. I was like, damn it, that was a good one.
You said life, the universe, and everything. Of course, that's the first thing I think of.
Yep. We got the mind mill going on that one. I actually, so I have a Chevy Bolt electric car, which it's pretty good. A lot of people make fun of it, but I'm like, it gets me around. But I did put a little metallic sticker on the back that says "Infinite Improbability Drive," and hardly anyone gets that. So I was like,
Oh my God.
those who
that's
do,
awesome.
they're my people.
Yeah. No, I love that. That's fantastic.
Mhm.
Me and Seth are debating on if we want to put a sticker on the back of ours and what we would do. He's already vetoed every suggestion I've put out. So
Well, I have 3. I have a flying spaghetti monster. I have the infinite improbability drive. I'm sorry, I have 4. Then I have a Strickland propane sticker as well.
nice.
Yep. And finally, I have like the little thing that you see on a lot of electricians' hats saying, "Remember, kids, electricity can kill you." So yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Love
I
it.
wanted to put as ridiculous as it is. I wanted to put a little Texas Longhorn because
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Longhorn. Like it's
Roll
one of my
Tide.
things. He's like, no, we are not putting that on there. He's like, we can put like an ambush apostate and a little ball trade sticker, and I'm like, okay, but
Okay, who's Seth pull for? I'm curious now.
he doesn't pull for anybody. He doesn't care.
That's fair.
And here's the thing: I don't care too much about Texas. I care about one game every year, and it's simply because I want bragging rights. Other than that, I'm an alumni from UT, so
Which game is it? A&M?
yeah. No, it's OU.
Oh, OU. Yeah, well that makes sense.
Red River Showdown. Yeah,
Fair.
used to be the Red River Shootout, but then they changed it to the Red River Showdown.
Yeah, unfortunately, shootout
it's
got
at-
co-opted.
That used to be the one day because, like, of course, I lived in Dallas area, and they always play that game at the Texas State Fair. So that was the day that we would go.
Mhm.
And it was so much fun because we would end up like eating. We would end up hanging out outside the stadium whenever they were playing, and it's so loud you can hear what's going on. And there would be people out there with like little portable TVs and stuff, and it's a lot of fun to go down there during that game. So I still say the Texas State Fair is the best one.
Have to check it out sometime. I myself, I'm in a college football state that's like 90% of our GDP, and yeah, whenever people ask, I tell them I'm football agnostic. I'm not sure if I believe in the existence of a football, but I have been to one Alabama game, and it was fun. I did not like the traffic leaving.
Maybe.
But-
Okay. I have an idea. If we get to 5K, we can do a round robin debate style where I take the hot seat and everybody can rotate through, like kind of like how like Jubilee does it with Surrounded. Except instead of doing that, you just make it me versus everybody, and we'll do a rotating debate thing. Maybe we'll do that.
I'm an avid
be-
masturbator.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, so we'll plan something like that, and that could be pretty fun. If we get to 5K, we'll do that. We'll do the mass debate special, and you have to say it like that so it sounds like y'all know what it sounds like.
It's like whenever I play Super Smash Brothers, and I hear the announcer say "Duck Hunt," like over enunciating it, and I'm like, "Yeah, man, I get it."
My favorite character in Super Smash Bros. Is a more recent character added to the lineup, only because we're going off of that play on words, like you were just saying. But the Wii Fit trainer.
Oh yeah,
Right. So the Wii Fit trainer does like a plank thing, and so you can put the character in a plank, but if you do that over and over again, it looks like he or she is humping the stage. And so you just sit there and you hump and you hump and you hump, and then somebody gets nearby and you can like
if you do it with a
something
duck
them.
hunt
Yeah.
dog, then you really like get a little dynamic going. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's what I just troll the whole time, and I just do that. I never win with that, but it's funny. So that's my strategy.
I'm a Captain Falcon whore. Just from day one, I'm weird.
Okay, this is another game that we need to do that where there's this Jackbox game, but it can only fit 6 people, where you assign each other to like you have a category and you assign people to a character or whatever. But we could do that without that game and do it just as a group, and we have to assign people in our community, even people not on the stream, assign them to a character. That'd be funny if we did for Super Smash Bros. And we assigned everybody, and it's that particular person cannot weigh in on what they get assigned. Like everybody else has to assign you to your character. That'd be funny.
Oh boy. I'm already thinking what I'll probably be assigned to, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm definitely interested.
Princess
I think it'd
Peach.
be funny.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Oh, Peach. Yes, Peach is underrated. Like that's kind of my other go-to. The hip check. Mm.
Yeah. I always play as Wii Fit trainer if that's an option. But if I can't play as Wii Fit trainer, I'm a troll no matter what. Like I play the game.
Imagine.
Well, yeah, because like people who play Super Smash Bros are very passionate about Super Smash Bros. And they're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to win. And I'm like, I am not that passionate. So I troll them and I think it's fucking hilarious. So I just ruin it for everybody. And so if I can't play Wii Fit Trainer, then I'll play King DDD. That's my
Oh,
other
yeah.
favorite go-to. Because it's not even like, I mean, King DDD isn't even a bad character. Like there's some good moves that he has, but I think it's hilarious hitting people with a hammer. And his final smash is just really funny to me. So yeah, who else is just like super trolly?
Oh, Jigglypuff for days.
Jigglypuff is trolly. I have to see the roster again. Super Smash.
Ness can be trolly, or it can be like really fucking annoying if someone's good with them. Who else? I gotta say, I keep going back and forth between Little Mac. You know, like
Yeah.
sometimes he's really good, but sometimes he really sucks. It's very situational.
Oh, any of the Miis can be trolly. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
have some fun with some Miis. Yeah, DDD is kind of my favorite troll, other than Wii Fit Trainer.
I've never
It's kind of
figured
the
out the
best ones,
Splatoon squids. Like, I just don't get them. But okay.
I feel like ice climbers you can be trolly with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my strategy.
I went through an ice climbers phase. I was like, they're actually really good, y'all, and then they kind of dropped off for me.
I feel like everybody goes through an ice climbers phase at some
Yeah.
point.
Exactly. You know, when I was in high school, I went through an ice climbers phase, but honestly, like as I matured and as I became more sure of myself, I became more of a Captain Falcon guy. I mean, you know, it's just the natural progression of things.
I feel like, okay, so instead of like, you know, we have astrology, we've got Myers-Briggs, we've got all these like pseudoscience personality typing. I feel like we'd have a much more accurate time describing personalities with Super Smash Bros. Characters. Just like what your character choice says about you. And honestly, like that could be a published study right there. It's like validating Super Smash Bros. As a personality test.
Also, Jamie is very true. You as Dr. Mario would be too easy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lil. We've been having this weird side conversation. What would you pick? Oh, you're muted. You're muted. Sorry.
Sorry, my dogs were barking. I haven't played Super Smash Bros. In so many years that I'm a little out of the loop on it. So.
Yeah, but like when you did play, who'd you play as mostly?
I honestly don't even remember. It's been years.
So Mario.
Wii Fit Trainer.
Like the last fighting game that I played was what was it? It was Mortal Kombat 11. I think it was.
Oh, that was a good one.
Which, by the way, on Sub-Zero and Scorpion, I am undefeated. I've never been beat, and I'm not a button masher on that game either. So.
Yeah, I thought it was weird when I first met you and you were like, "Get over here."
I used to have that as my notification tone on my phone for years. And then I changed it to the LIGO black hole sounds.
So I think one of like another great debate topic for this improv game is debating the best Super Smash Bros. Character.
Yes.
It's like I will convince you that Wii Fit Trainer is the best character, like hands down, the best character.
So
Salute
I have
the
no shame
sun.
about it. And literally 2 words. 2 words. Dry humping.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the strategy. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I played Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
I have smashed a few controllers playing that. Yes.
I've wanted to, but then I remember how much the damn controllers cost and did not.
That was my
Okay.
Smash Brothers. Smash controllers.
Okay, the other personality test is what truck you drive in Euro Truck Sim or American Truck Sim. That's another layer to this.
I feel really
I don't even know
bad.
what truck you drive in the game. I didn't even ask what truck you drive in the truck games.
I mean, I'm kind of a Peterbilt guy, but that's mostly because
Okay,
that's the only
yeah.
kind of truck I can think of. And a Kenworth hauling hogs.
Ooh, Kenworth has some good trucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Volvo and AT. Okay, Volvo has some of the best trucks just objectively in real life.
That's true.
Yeah, that's my. Oh, you use DAF in ETS. So you know who else uses DAF? Stool. Stool is a DAF guy.
So, fun fact, my dad actually bought a car when we lived in Europe that was made by DAF before it was bought out by I forget who, but he had like the last like civilian car they made, and the transmission didn't have gears, and it could go just as fast forward as it could backwards. It was a fun fucking car to drive, and one of the few automatics that we ever had over there. So yeah.
My in Euro Truck, it's either Volvo or Scania are my two. But I mean, in the game, like all the trucks are pretty similar if you're using the highest capability trucks. But
Opel, sorry, Opel was the one who bought out the DAF civilian cars. So yeah. Cool,
and
cool.
yes, Euro Truck is harder than American Truck, narrow roads, and yeah, they're so top heavy. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm. I have yet to play a truck simulator. I really need to do that because y'all make it look fun.
Well, play a convoy. Let's do it.
Breaker.
No, they don't have
109.
Alabama yet in the game, but I don't know when they're gonna get Alabama in American Truck. But like one of these years, we'll drive to like whatever when we finally get the states kind of closer to the east. We can make the drives to the different conferences in the game.
Here's my thing. Have you ever played Desert Bus?
I've not.
Have you heard of Desert Bus?
I've not.
Okay.
Not heard of this.
So Penn and Teller came out with a video game in the mid 90s or so, and as kind of a joke mini game that they put in their game, they had a game that they said could absolutely never be censored and never offend anyone. It's called Desert Bus, and the idea is that you have to drive from Vegas to LA in real time.
Yeah.
In a bus.
Oh my god.
Yes, in real time, and you have to constantly like keep on the steering wheel because it drifts to the right. And if it drifts to the right too far, then you stall out and you have to be towed by a truck back to Vegas in real time. And you and if you speed, you there's no governor, so you have to keep it under the speed limit. If you speed, then you get pulled over, and that's a whole nother thing. So basically, you have to remain like focused for 4 straight hours to drive this bus to LA. And if you make it to LA, you get 1 point, and then you gotta drive back.
So there's like
Isn't like halfway through you get like a bug on the windshield or something?
Yep, that's like the only other action that happens in the game. You get a bug on the windshield.
I kind of want to play this. I'm not gonna lie, but
there are people who like stream it for charity. Like it's become a thing.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
So there's some
think-
other games that like we need to do as a group. So like the truck sims are one. Schedule one. I still want to play that as a group. That's like the drug dealing game.
And then what else? Cooking Sim. We got to get a group to play Cooking Sim
Yeah.
2 because the second one came out.
Me and Mark are supposed to play a game of Civ 5 at some point.
Ooh, I don't think I have Civ 5. I have Civ 6. If people want to
Civ
play
4 was my
I am a
life.
Civ 6.
god at Civ 5.
Mm.
I
To
am
me-
so, like
I
haven't
also
played
got
in a
Civ
couple
7,
years.
but it sucks. Civ 7
I
sucks.
heard, yeah.
There's also Crusader Kings 3
Oh yeah, yeah.
is a
Mhm.
fucking wild game if people want just like a weird ass sandbox.
one of the best games that I've ever played, but you can only play it once, is Outer Wilds. It's so good.
Mm.
It's so, and the thing is like I figured out what was going on like within the first like cycle, which if you've played, you know what I'm talking about. The game is so much fun, but the whole thing is like you start off with everything you need to beat the game. What you're lacking is the information, so you have to go around and find all the information and figure out all that. It's such a good game though. It's so good.
Yes, Jamie, so if we play CK3, like we need to get a tournament together to play CK3. First person to eat the
Mhm.
Pope wins. That is, it doesn't matter how you get there. First person to eat the Pope wins. Or
Love
like
it.
there are other challenges you can do. But YouTuber Grudge asking what are you asking about the banjo music? I don't know what Jamie means by the banjo. Can't listen to banjo music the same anymore. Or is it because of Outer Wilds?
Oh no, Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds
Okay.
has banjo. I mean, it's so it's such a good like it's a pretty damn cool like soundtrack that there's one streamer that I watched that actually had it on his stream on the like whenever he's away thing. And I heard I was like, I know exactly where that's from.
Oh, I guess the question's about the Pope cannibalism. Yeah, okay. So in Crusader Kings 3, like essentially you're in the medieval world and
Oh.
it's a complete sandbox game. And so you can make it whatever you want the goal to be. And you can start a religion or start like a faction of a already present religion that allows cannibalism, and you can eat people. You can do that. You can kidnap them and you can eat them. So there's a challenge within the CK3 community where you eat the Pope. There's also one where you like seduce the Pope. There's a bunch of different challenges.
That one
you can
should
do, but-
go to the Lilith cult.
Yeah, I was like, we
Seducing
could also
the
do
Pope.
one where whoever seduces the Pope first wins. Like whoever has a child with the Pope first wins.
Or hear me out. One person tries to seduce the Pope, the other person tries to eat the Pope. Whoever gets
that's
their
a
goal
great
first.
challenge too. Yeah,
Yes.
that's actually fantastic. Yeah.
Eat or get the meat.
That's actually really funny. No, I need to play that with somebody.
I've only ever played Crusader Kings 2, so I need to get hyped up on 3 or get like caught up.
Yes,
But yeah,
play
I
3.
think I will,
It's
yeah.
fun. It's fun. With that, we have hit the 2-hour mark. So I think we probably are gonna call it a night here. I don't know when we're gonna be on again because my schedule is shit. So we will see.
I should be here.
about that.
So
Yeah, I'll be
I
on
mean-
nights for the next 2 weeks. So I won't be
Jolly.
around, and then I'll be on floor, like the inpatient floors, for another 4 weeks after that. So the next time it might just be like an every 6 to 8 weeks thing that we do an improv night.
But I gotta tell you,
But-
tonight was really fun. So thank you for doing that, Ben.
Yeah, it was.
we gotta play it again. I
I'm
like
glad,
that the game works.
I'm glad I jumped on. I
so-
wasn't sure I was going to be able to, but I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Lil. It was so good.
Yeah, thanks for
so good to hang with you.
test driving. Thanks for test driving the game, so we
Absolutely.
can play it with a group, and then we could fill a whole
we could fill a whole show with multiples of that game. So
Thank you for completing that
Mhm.
sentence. And we could fill a hole. And I was like, the Pope?
we can fill a whole. You can fill a whole Pope with
Yep.
whatever you want.
Spices and yeah, okay.
Yes.
Leeks.
Yeah, Jamie, I'll let y'all know. And with that, thank you so much.
Mhm.
Do y'all want to shill your shit one more time before we head off?
Sure. Chad, you want to go first?
No, you go
I went
first.
first last. Okay. I'm Louisville Trades. I do politicality on Sundays with Seth and Bush State. On Thursdays, I do it. I usually run solo, but if you want to join me on the Thursdays or even the Sunday shows, hit me up, let me know, and I will send you a link. I've got a crafting stream on Wednesdays with Helen, and other than that, me and Seth have stuff coming out. I'll do solo shows just whenever, and I'm kind of on whose ever show will have me. Oh, and I'm also will be on Truth Wanted on the 30th with John the Skeptic.
And I'm Chad. I'm Archradish, which is Chad Harris mixed up on all the things. I will be a little bit more active on TikTok going forward. I'll be at DragonCon. Oh yeah, and of course I'll be at Rocket City ReasonCon because I'm kind of on the board. So yeah, y'all come to that in October in Huntsville, Alabama. It will be amazing. And I also show up randomly on other people's stuff. So cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and once again, you all know me if you're here. We're doing this game night thing probably every 6 weeks now that I'm working all the time, but I'm on Talk Heathen this weekend with Sophia on Sunday.
Hell yeah.
So come hang out for that. And also I do have uploads every Monday, and it's usually debate clips. And I am going live occasionally on TikTok, and Chad's usually there when we go live on TikTok, so I can get clips from that. So I have some recent ones that were absolutely wild. I mean, the one going out to this week is from this past TikTok live, where it's basically Richard carrying the whole thing, talking about consciousness, and I just sit there looking pretty. So if you all want to hear Richard talk about consciousness, that's a good one. There's also one recently where Chad was also there, and we debated this person who thought that being a leftist required you to advocate for violent persecution of Christians. And this person was apparently a
fuck?
liberal. So that was wild.
I mean, that's just me. Like, I'm the only person
Yeah.
that advocates for that. But yeah.
Yeah, no, this person was trying to say
kidding.
that, like, oh, if you're a leftist, then you think that Cuba and Russia are like the only
Why
way
would
to
I
do
give a fuck
things.
what the Bible says?
Yeah, no, but this was wild. So like, go watch that debate because it was a time. And we're doing that on TikTok occasionally. Oh, and we got a raid from Progress on right when we're ending the stream, and I got to do another shot. All right, because we got
Gotta eat another peach.
get another peach. I did want to mention too, chat. Like, have you just been drinking moonshine out of that chalice?
Yes.
That's a lot of moonshine.
And water.
Okay, that's still a lot of moonshine. Drinking out of the chalice.
I'm getting ready for DragonCon.
Okay, fair enough.
Huzzah to the tipper!
Huzzah.
Huzzah to the tipper. Amazing. But yeah, help me reach 5,000. We'll get there soon, and we'll do the big debate special. And with that, oh yeah, and Progress is coming to visit me in a week. Oh yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you all next time. Have a good night.
Take care.
See ya.
Huzzah to the tipper!